Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to be casting this game between an idea here in the blue at 1148 versus Catalig here in the red at 1146. So it looks like our player in the red most likely is running Gladiator Beast, but I have seen a few people attack Gladiator Beast and decks that just run cards like Horn of the Phantom Beast, although Gladiator Beast Equest would not really be a target with that. So our player in the blue goes for a special summon of... Oh, I guess he was adding that. He was adding Smoke Signal to his hand. He wanted to activate another Smoke Signal. Okay. So, I mean, most likely he will have the option to make a Shien if he goes for Cognition. But the thing is, Glads do play a lot of back row, so you've got to watch out for that. And also that War Chariot can stop Shien from using its effect. But that said, Glads are really a deck where it really needs to go for it. I would say 6 Samurais. Going first is a significant advantage, but you know they can still play a lot better than Gladiator Beast can going second, because there's pretty much just one summon with Glad, and after that summon gets negated, there's no more summoning. And our player in the blue is going to go for a Dojo. Now it's going to be interesting to see how our player in the blue approaches a double back row versus Gladiator Beast, because he definitely has the option to go for a lot of stuff. So he is going to is he gonna add? Because he can add any Shien or 6 Samurai monster to the field. Oh, he was thinking of Gates. Okay, I was like, wait, I thought you had to send that card to the graveyard. So he's sending that card to the graveyard now with 2 counters on it. He specialed this, then normal this, and then he can send that to the graveyard to special summon 1 6 Samurai or a Shien with levels. I think you can do lower than if you would like. But we're going to see a bottomless on Shien. Shien will then be forced to activate Shien's effect, and then we will see a War Chariot, as I said earlier. Yeah, I mean, the Glad player just happened to have both answers, but he had keys on, and he's going to equip keys. Because this is a 6 Samurai. So our player in the blue, he was one step ahead of the game. He's like, you know what? If he's got a War Chariot, he's got a back row, I can deal with it. And also, Spirit of the 6 Samurai is a union. So that means you can equip it kind of like an armory arm. But yeah, it makes the monster gain 500 attack, and if it would be destroyed, you can like destroy the union instead. Actually, it's mandatory. You actually have to destroy this card instead. But yeah, when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you get to draw 1 card. So that is very good. And we see a monster reborn of Shien, and that is going to completely change the game, unfortunately for our 6 Sam player. But yeah, Shien, his summon was successful. He did get to successfully summon, but yeah, even though War Trade didn't negate the effect. So our player in the blue still has a keys on. If he happens to have another keys on, he can still make something like what he can make. He can go for Excalibur, because Excalibur just requires warriors, and he's going to activate the effect of keys on. I'm sorry, activate the effect of Kageki to special summon, and now he's going to get rid of... ooh, we're going to see a Torrential Tribute activated, and that is going to be, you know, a loss for the player in the blue, because he had the answer. But Gladiator Beast, as long as there's nothing on the field, Glad Beast, as long as they can go for like the War Chariot, they are pretty good. But he's not going to be able to add War Chariot, but I'm pretty sure he has... Maybe those back rows actually could be War Chariots or bluffs, because if they were actually good back row, like a Solemn Warning, he would not have had to use Torrential Tribute. So we're going to see a Ready Art, and let's see if he banishes Shien, because, yeah, he doesn't want his opponent to Monster Reborn Shien, because that would definitely change the game around. So, pretty slow-paced game, I would say. Unfortunately, yeah, our player in the red got really lucky that he went first. Had our 6-hand player went first, I almost guarantee you he would be at significant advantage. So he says effect, and he says okay. So let's see what he ends up making, because that means there's no War Chariot, and we're going to see another Torrential Tribute, and then he's going to activate Safe Zone on his Rediari. Now, the thing when you use Safe Zone on a Glad Beast is it can still technically tag out, but the thing is, it can't attack your opponent directly, and if our player in the red doesn't draw any monster next turn, he won't be able to make use of that. So he's going to Torrential Tribute, unless our player in the blue decides to activate something like, my body is a shield. That's what he could change. Okay, he says, read your card. So, Oh, that was very minus. Okay, never mind. With Safe Zone, it can't be destroyed or targeted by your opponent's card effects, but you can destroy your own cards. So, very minus for a player in the red, so unfortunately that will hurt quite a bit. But Safe Zone is pretty decent in Glad because you can just, when they attack your Glad Beast, you can activate Safe Zone, and you can still essentially tag out. And I would say our player in the blue probably is in a really good position now because Glads can't deal with a big monster. 1800 is considered big for Glads. 19 is even more deadly for them because they just can't get over them. They really have a problem getting over... oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, he's used Double Torrential, but Glads could play something like... Oh, he's going to Sound Warning. Okay, because I was saying Glads could play something like a Mirror Force, and that would put our player in the blue at significant disadvantage. So, I mean, the Glad player needs to have like a face-down shrink and stuff. I mean, most of the time people don't play this anymore. So our player in the red most likely has a face-down Safe Zone. I mean, he would, if he had like anything else, he probably would attack into it. But we'll find out if he does have that. Because if he has nothing, I would recommend setting that because you can fool your opponent and make them think it's a Hot Llamas. So he will still take the battle damage, but at the end of the battle phase, the Glad player will be able to tag out, and then he will be able to go for Quarry. Okay. I would have suggested Murmillo when we see the Dark Hole activated because, yeah. Glad player's still top decking right now, but if he draws a monster, he'll be in a good spot as long as he can get that summon through. And he's going to set it. So that reveals it probably is I don't know, if it was Spirit Reaper, he should... I mean, he wouldn't have been able to get the attack, you know, the minus anyways. So it could be a Spirit Reaper. Glad players do sometimes play Spirit Reaper. Just as a tech card, just like slow down the game a bit. But if it was a Glad, he definitely should have summoned it and attacked. We see a Monster Reborn activated, so he's going to view his graveyard. I'm actually kind of curious to see what he goes for. Does he? Because unless he has like something else. He's going to go for Keyzone. Okay. Because if it's still Hot Llamas, our player in the red should have summoned it. I really felt like he should have summoned it. But we'll see what the face down is. Oh, it's a Secutor. Oh, okay. And if you guys didn't know, Secutor has to be tagged out by a Gladiator Beast first. And Glad Beasts are an awful deck to top deck out of, unless the field is blank. So that was a pretty interesting game. I like how the 6-hand player, he was like, you know what, if I go for Xian, I have an alternative out. By making that Spirit of the 6-hand right and equip it to Keyzone, he was able to +1. That +1 probably helped out quite a bit, as you can see. Just that little advantage over that Glad player definitely helped out. Because without that Dark Hole, he would have been kind of out. Because Laquari would have attacked over, and then a War Chariot might have been added, or, you know, him just going for Darius to get back something and, like, exceeding. You know, Glads can exceed pretty well. That was a pretty decent game, I would say, from both players. But yeah, our player in the red, honestly, going first and opening a War Chariot plus, like, a Monster Negate, I mean, a monster like Summon Stopper, like Bottomless. Definitely pretty good for a player in the red, but 6 Samurai is just a little bit overpowered, that deck, just a little bit. Just because there's just too many special summons, and that's what Glads can't deal with. They can't deal with too many just special summons that don't even have the effects, unless they have the War Chariots down. But thanks for watching, guys. It's your Nice White Dragon, signing out.